Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to part 3 Arts and Crafts Art Gallery Tour. Okay, last time we stopped at my second daughter's room, and I didn't get a chance to explain all her show, all her paintings and stuff because we didn't have much space in the video. So this time, let's begin. These are all her paintings. My little girl. When she was little, she did all this. Now she's grown and she has so much better paintings. And that's her entire room. She likes blue and pink, so everything is blue and pink. And my older daughter, she loves purple, so that's why she had everything purple. Okay, her paintings. My younger daughter is an amazing person, very talented. She's so good at portraits, pencil sketches, and pencil shading. And these are all the ones she did when she was small. Now she has better paintings with her, or that's one of her hobbies. I like that. This is what she did when she was small. It says, I'm happy when I'm with my mom in our secret garden. I'm sure all moms will have lots of stuff. Kids did it. This is one of my precious one. I have my dressing table. I have 2 shelves full of both my daughters' paintings and all the artworks when they gave me for all the Mother's Day, birthday. It goes on the list. And I just don't keep them there. I have it since they were like 2 or 3 years old, whenever they started doing it. Even when they couldn't hold their hands and they still did something, I still keep it. So I just don't keep it in the shelf. I just take it out at least once a year and I go through everything. It's like such a good feeling to go through all those things. And when they come, I will be showing them, oh, do you remember you did this? And they're like, I don't remember I did it. But it's such a good feeling for me to go through that. And there's another painting. I like that. Look at the details. She had gone for a small class for a little while to do the values of, all the shades and stuff. So that's what she did. And she did this one. This she did in my art class. I used to do art class for almost 10 years. So she did it with my students, and little time I was kind of a little sick, and she said she can help them also with that. So she did help some of my students with some other stuff. So all when she was very little. Even this one, my favorite person, Mahatma Gandhi, the freedom fighter. So she did that. You can see the details. Look at all the shades. That's beautiful. My younger daughter is so talented. She makes jewelry, she can makes clothes, and she has an Etsy account where she sells all her jewelry she made. And the presentation, the display of those jewelry, and the quality of the jewelry is so beautiful. And when she studies in the beach side, UNC in near the beach. So when we went there, we went to a store, and the huge store, they have all the stuff they have there. They sell it twice the money than what she sells, but the quality of her work is so much better than their work. I was really happy to see how professional she is in what she's doing, and she's so good in technical stuff too. She used to sit with her dad and learn all the stuff. So one time when I bought a TV and the surround system, some of my friends came and they helped a little bit, but she was only 8 years old, and half of the stuff was not fixed, and I was too busy doing 2 jobs, one full-time job and my art class in the evening, Monday through Saturday. So she was 8 years old. She just sat there, read the whole manual, and she fixed it for me. That good she is technically. And my other daughter is good in so many other ways, but this one especially, I have to say, my little girl is technically very talented too. Okay, so her room is done, but I have to tell you about this balances. One of the videos that I'm going to do is teaching how to do curtains and balances in a low budget. Like I said in the other video, the previous house I was living, 2500 square footage house, the entire house balances and the lined very professional curtains with the weights, putting the iron weights at the end, and are all done by me. So we didn't have to buy Venetian blinds. That's what I wanted to do. Nobody forced me to do it. I wanted to decorate myself. But in this house, whatever I did is like very low budget. So in the video, I'm gonna teach you guys all those how to do the low budget one. And this room also, the balance, she wanted it purple, and that is also just a piece of cloth. And this is the master bedroom. You guys already saw the paintings that was hung in there. And I do change the colors in the master bedroom. When it is summertime, I prefer to have black, so it gives more, the room looks darker. And in the winter time, I use bright colors, like I have red, black curtains and red valance, and red comforter. So this valance is also, it's like a swag. I made it up like a swag. It's just a piece of cloth that you measure the window and take extra pieces, how much length you need, that much cloth you buy, and you dress up like that. So there's no sewing involved in that balance. But the curtain, this curtain doesn't have any lining, and it's very lightweighted. The reason is when I'm sitting here, I can see the moon on the sky. So it's easy for me to move the curtain and look at the moon while I'm lying down. And that's the peacock. That is a peacock with the clip. I got it for $1 during the Christmas time, and me and my daughters love peacocks. So it come. I mean, I bought two, three different colors. My daughter's room, purple I bought, and a blue one I bought, and this room black. It's only $1, and you just clip it. So that way, it looks so pretty, but it is not. My curtains and swags are not very expensive also. And this is my dressing table. Like I said, you can see so many bangles. In the other video on a painting, I was telling you about my anklets and bangles. They give me, that's one of the sources, energy sources for me. When I go to work, I do wear that. And these are all, most of them are bought by my sisters and my parents, because they know I perform dance on the Indian stages. So I always use the bangles, but it's not a waste for me because I do wear it every day. The jingle sound. I love Christmas time. One of the reason I like Christmas time, when I go out in the stores, it's always jingle bell sound, and these bangles make that sound, so that gives me energy. Some people say they cannot type when at work when they wear bangles, but for me, that's one of my energy sources. And all this costume jewelry, all the chains, both sides, and the earrings, full of earrings. So that's it over there. And now we can see so many other things also, but the balances, I can show you some, the stitched ones, what I do. And this is one thing. This is like kind of craft. I just bought a piece from Michael's. There's a craft store here, and I painted the red and painted it white. And these are, the elephants are made of cloth. That's one of my jewelry sari material. I made a costume out of it. So the for the I had leftover material, so I um, designed it like that, cut it, and then I glued it and I painted green over it. And this was done 1987. Yes, 1988. When I went to the store back when I after I got married, my parents had me the arranged marriage, and after I got married, he was working in New Delhi, so I had to go there right after the marriage. And there, whenever I go to the stores over there, I see a lot of stuff like that. I was like so in love with stuff like this. So I thought, okay, I should make these at home. So I bought a cardboard and covered with black cloth, and I used the golden thread to paint to design the lady. Everything is done with golden thread, even the eyebrows, eyes, everything is like a thin golden thread. And these are glitters, these are sequences. It's very, very old. Since that is a good experience for me, new place and new food and all those, it was a good memory, so I kept it there. So now let's go downstairs. See, I can see my Jesus when I come down. This is what I was talking about. And now the kitchen. Do you see that valance in the kitchen? That is the stitched one. It is not non so valance. But you see the top part, that is a wooden part. I go to the home improvement store, measure the before I go measure the my measure my windows, and add like almost 8 inches more. You can have 5 inches more also, and go to the improvement store and 5 inches wide wooden pieces with the measurement how much you measured on the window. So that is the length. So the length is your window measurement plus 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 inches more, depending on how much you want it. And get it cut, bring it home. Then I cover it with some kind of very cheap white cloth, staple it. So both front and the back, if you sit on that bench and look inside it, you won't see the unfinished wood. You will see the white cloth. That's the reason it has to look professional. That's the reason you cover it with white cloth and you staple it. Then whatever design you want, I have so many designs that I drew in my book, and I picked one of the designs and I cut that with the lining material, bought the material along with the lining material, white lining material, cut it, bought the fringes, inserted it between those, and I stitched it. And the top, you see all those little yellow, I mean not ash color, golden color cloth that I made it like a bow, and I just stapled it. So this one valance that I stitched, that also I stapled it on the wood on top of the white cloth. And I bought more cloth so I can match with the kitchen. My kitchen is all that color, the cabinets are that color. I designed my own kitchen. I'll tell you about it later. So to match with those cabinets, the rest of the material, that material is still red. I like that matching with this cabinet. The rest of the material, I covered my cushion. I stitched it. So it's like, see, I bought the cushions. You can see inside that cushion. That was like a cushion that you see on the outdoor furniture. So I bought that and I added one more extra cushion because it was not long enough. So I stitched that, matching that. And then the rest of the pieces, I had to match my chairs too. How I did that, all you have to do is take the screws out of, can you see it? Yeah, take the screws out, like from here, and take the pads out. And then you, if you want, you can take the original one out. I didn't take the original one out. I just covered, taking the measurements, and I covered the chair pads and I stapled it. So all these you cannot wash it because you stapled it. Only the cushions, that those cushions I take it out and wash. But you can always vacuum it. Okay, so I did the same thing over here also. And how you do it here? There is a bracket, and I fixed the. There is a bracket underneath. With that bracket, you fix the wood on the wall. So that's another one. And this one is also a stitched one, valance and jabber. It says like that, the on both sides. But I made it with two different colors. So when you see from the kitchen, you can see the green underneath so well, and it matches with those white and rose color and green leaves and all in the other material. So it is double colored ones. So this I had to stitch very well, take pleats and stuff, and then I had to staple it on the wood. So this also you can vacuum it. Okay, so these are the things I'm going to do detail video with the measurements and stuff later. And another thing I will be doing is dress designing and tailoring. So that's one of the things. And then the flower arrangements, that's another thing we're going to do. Anything in this house, I'm giving you this tool because I'm so proud of myself, self-taught. And anything in this house, the crafts things or anything is made with my own hands. So that's why I'm showing you guys. I used to do a lot of embroidery, including the mirror works, and I used to teach that also. I can still do it. This is one of the other flower arrangement. And I have, it's not just the flower arrangement I like to do. I have to add stuff to it. Different stuff, like different materials. Like this one, I got this wood from a beach. My family brought it to me. So this is just a wooden piece I found we found in the beach, and I painted it, put some flowers, and I kept a pot, and I kept the lady with the veena. I know all the Hindu religion, they know the name. So that's one of my creation. And you'll see flower arrangements all over in the house. That's another one with shells. That's me and my daughters on a dance show when they were little. Me, my younger daughter, my older daughter. That was a fusion dance that I choreographed. And I was in another dance, so we took pictures together. And this is my art studio. Actually, it is not my art studio, the art studio stuff. I don't have an art studio. My art studio is my kitchen. I designed this kitchen. I went to home improvement store, picked up all the tiles and picked up all the backslashes. It's beautiful. Everything, and I got somebody from who worked at Lowe's. I got them make it. See, It's done by the home improvement, but the design is designed by me. And this is not just my kitchen. I love my kitchen. I don't have any space here. I used to do art class here for more than 10 years, Monday through Saturday. So I put two easels here and three tabletop easels over there, two standing easels. So two plus three, five kids Monday through Saturday. And so many kids were children and their parents, and the not parents, mothers, were on the waiting list too. I reached a point I can't take any one of them. I was really sad. I love these children, and they were like friendly. Whatever I learned, I taught them. I don't have a lesson plan. I just help them how to paint the way that I do. That's what they asked me also. I told them I can't teach, but my friends came to me and said, start teaching their children. So God sent them to me, and I took it. So it was then I realized, oh, I can do it. So this is the storage bench. I keep all my student stuff. I don't have any other storage place. And this is not just my kitchen. I love doing cooking here and my painting here. Most of my exhibition paintings that I have is done in this kitchen. And this is my dance studio too. This is where I dance. While I'm painting, while I'm cooking, I'm dancing. And this is where I keep my sewing machine and I stitch too. And anything. This kitchen is my heaven. So I guess that's all for part 3. Hope it didn't become much longer. And I have to tell you, before I stop this, that my biggest dream ever since I was small is to be with orphans. When I was in India, I wanted to be the orphan. I don't know anyone here, but I know orphans there. And my biggest wish to be with orphans and teach all these to orphans and see their beautiful smile from their heart, their happy faces. I want to teach painting to them. I want to teach stitching to them. I want to teach dancing to them. I want to dance with them. I just want to be with them. But I have no choice but to be in the stage, which is a blessing. I need to work. If you don't work, you don't have money to travel and be with them, right? So I will reach there one day, maybe after retirement. I don't know. I'm taking one day at a time. Every blessed day is a blessing. All right, see you guys. Until next video, keep smiling. Bye-bye.